Here are the 9 contestants getting ready for today's show. As a team, they could win up to £10,000, but only one of them will take prize money home. The others will leave with nothing as one by one their teammates vote them the weakest link.
Welcome to the weakest link. Any of the 9 people in the studio here today could win up to £10,000. They don't know each other, however. If they want the prize money, they'll have to work as a team. But 8 of them will leave with nothing, as round by round we lose the player voted the weakest link. Let's meet the team.
I'm Damien from Birmingham. I'm 22 and I'm a photographer.
I'm Helen from Northampton. I'm 43 and an area manager.
I'm Chris, I'm 27 and I'm a fashion buyer from London.
I'm Robina, I'm 69, I'm a retired shop assistant at sea and I live in Spurn, East Yorkshire.
I'm Patrick, I'm 42, I'm from Epping in Kent, I'm a civil servant.
I'm Alan, I'm 52, I'm a training consultant from Sheffield.
I'm John, I'm 32, I'm a police officer from London.
I'm Jackie, age 30, a secretary from Middlesex.
I'm George, I'm 61, retired, and I live in York.
Now, the rules. In each round, the aim is to answer enough questions correctly to reach your £1,000 target within the time limit. The fastest way is to create a chain of 9 correct answers. Get your question wrong and you break the chain and lose all the money in that chain. But if you say bank before the question is asked, the money is safe. However, you start a new chain from scratch. Remember, at the end of the round, only money that has been banked can be taken forward. You get 3 minutes in round 1. We'll start with the person whose name is first alphabetically. That's you, Alan. Let's play the weakest link. The first question is for £20. Start the clock. Alan, in World War II, what was a U-boat?
A submarine.
Correct, John. Prince Edward resigned from which branch of the armed forces in 1987?
The Marines.
Correct, Jackie. Which ocean separates Africa and Australia?
Atlantic.
The Indian Ocean, George. In mathematics, what B is the number system which only uses the digits 1 and 0?
Binary.
Correct. Damien, what children's TV programme centred around a Welsh railway station?
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Ivor the Engine. Helen, in the British calendar, what is the more common name for All Hallows Eve?
Halloween.
Correct. Chris, what is 11 multiplied by 14?
151.
154. Rabina, which desert animal has species called dromedary and Bactrian?
Camels.
Correct. Patrick, in pop music, complete the title of this Robert Palmer song, Addicted to...
Love.
Correct. Alan, is the Ashmolean Museum in Oxford or Cambridge?
Oxford.
Correct. John, which former royal spouse gained 4 victories in the Babington Horse Trials?
Princess Anne.
Mark Phillips. Jackie, which Scottish poet wrote the words to Auld Lang Syne?
Burns.
Correct. George, in which American city is the Chrysler Building?
New York.
Correct. Damien,
Bank.
what nationality was Renaissance artist Leonardo da Vinci?
Italian.
Correct. Helen, who starred as a lone horseman dressed as a preacher in the film Pale Rider?
John Wayne.
Clint Eastwood. Chris, what name is given to the coloured part of the eye which lies behind the cornea?
The iris.
Correct. Rabina, vote for insanity, you know it makes sense, was the slogan of which British political leader?
Pass.
Screaming Lord Sutch. Patrick, which German tennis player won his first Wimbledon title at the age of 17 in 1985?
Boris Becker.
Correct. Alan, which is the highest mountain range in the world?
Himalayas.
Correct. John, who played Emma Peel in the TV programme The Avengers?
Pass.
Diana Rigg. Jackie, what name is given to a drink of champagne and orange juice?
Bucks Fizz.
Correct. George, Good Queen Bess was another name for which English monarch?
Elizabeth I.
Correct. Damien.
Bank.
Which 1980s pop star is married to a model called Yasmin?
Simon Le Bon.
Correct. Helen, what nationality was the classical composer Felix Mendelssohn?
Austrian.
German. Chris, which inventor wrote the book Against the Odds chronicling the success of his vacuum cleaner?
Robert Dyson.
James Dyson. Rabina, in nature, is the bandy a lizard? Time is up. I cannot complete the question. And you won just £120 of a possible £1,000 in that first round. Who has got to go? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
In round one, the strongest link statistically is Alan, having answered all his questions correctly. He also banked money for the team. John is the weakest link. He only answered one question correctly and lost the team the most money. But will the voting follow the facts?
Pens down, voting over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
John.
Rabina.
Jackie.
Damien.
Rabina.
Helen.
Chris.
Damien.
Damien.
Rabina, why Damien?
I thought he got too many wrong and hesitation.
Right, he didn't get any more wrong than you did, Rabina.
Really?
No.
Oh, sorry about that.
Jackie, why Damien?
He banked the money when it was quite low.
Damien, with 3 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I feel sorry for the rest of the team. They're not going to do as well without me now, not being big-headed, but judging so far by the first round, what can I say? It should be John who's standing here instead of me, because statistically he was the weakest link and I was the only one who noticed.
Round 2, and you've won a not very distinguished £120 out of a possible £1,000. 8 of you left. We are now taking 10 seconds off the clock. We start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Alan. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Alan, in the nursery rhyme Hickory Dickory Dock, at what time does the mouse run down the clock?
1.
Correct. John, Garret Fitzgerald and Charles Haughey were Prime Ministers of which European country?
France.
Republic of Ireland. Jackie, which P is a birthstone for June?
Pearl.
Correct. George, Park City, Utah, the site of the 2002 Winter Olympics, is part of which other city?
Salt Lake City.
Correct. Helen, in the human body are more muscles used to smile or frown?
To frown.
Correct. Chris, Qantas is the national airline of which country?
Australia.
Correct. Rabina, who played the young Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Star Wars film The Phantom Menace?
Sorry.
Ewan McGregor. Patrick, in gardening is subsoil above or below the topsoil?
Below.
Correct. Alan, the catchphrase of which TV character was "I'm free"?
Larry Grayson.
Mr. Humphreys.
Thank
John,
you. Oh, no,
in
sorry.
science, does water boil faster under high pressure or low pressure?
Low.
Correct. Jackie, in Spain, what sort of road is called an autopista?
Motorway.
Correct. George, which British World Champion Grand Prix driver was nicknamed the Shunt?
James Hunt.
Correct.
Bank.
Helen,
Bank.
in Carter is a political party in which African country?
Gambia.
South Africa. Chris, in nature, can bears retract their claws?
No.
Correct. Rabina, in literature, who wrote Bridget Jones's Diary?
Bridget Jones.
Helen Fielding. Patrick, who rocketed to fame in 1994 after wearing a designer dress held together by pins?
Jerry Halliwell.
Liz Hurley. Alan, in which country was the explorer Christopher Columbus born?
Spain.
Italy. John, which mythological hero set sail in the ship the Argo in search of the Golden Fleece?
Don't know.
Jason. Jackie, in Britain, Father's Day traditionally falls in which month?
April.
June. George, which pop group was made up of Andy Summers, Stuart Copeland and Gordon Sumner?
Police.
Correct. Helen,
Bank.
is there more water in the Northern Hemisphere or the Southern Hemisphere?
Southern.
Correct. Chris, in film, which classic Hitchcock thriller featured the character Norman Bates?
Psycho.
Correct. Rabina,
Bank.
in the French expression bon voyage, used to wish someone a... Time is up. I can't complete the question, and of the £1,000 available in that round, you won just 170. Who is very clearly out of their depth? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Chris is statistically the strongest link in this round. The weakest link is Robina. She didn't get any of her questions right and lost the team the most money. But can she survive the voting?
Pens down, voting over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Rabina.
Rabina.
John.
John.
Rabina.
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 Right. Jackie, why Rabina?
Well, we had £450 and she didn't bank it.
And Alan, why Rabina?
I think she knows it, but I think probably the occasion is slowing the mental process down.
Right. Rabina, with 6 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I was devastated when I saw so many cards go over. I thought it would be more evenly distributed between John and I must admit. I think John should go in the next round because he was equally weak as me, but he didn't bank the money, so I think he should be off.
Round 3, and you've won a total of £290 so far. You could, team, by now have won £2,000. You are down to 7 players. We're taking another 10 seconds off the clock. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Chris. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Chris, in history, what was the first name of the 18th century American General Custer?
I've no idea.
George. Patrick, in politics, who was the first person to hold the post of Secretary of State for National Heritage?
I've no idea.
David Mellor. Alan, what girl's name beginning with C is also a dessert containing stewed fruit?
Charlotte.
Correct. John, which breakfast cereal was first made by Dr. Bircher Benner for patients at his Zurich health clinic?
Cornflakes.
Muesli. Jackie, in Christianity, what is the 40th day after Easter called?
St. Swithin's.
Ascension Day. George, in which month of the year did Prince William turn 18?
February.
June. Helen, in the US Navy, what kind of ships are the USS Enterprise and the USS Independence?
Spaceships.
Aircraft carriers. Chris, which world-famous basketball team's theme song is Sweet Georgia Brown?
Mets.
Harlem Globetrotters. Patrick, what N is the study of numbers and their influence on human affairs?
Numerology.
Correct. Alan, complete the title of the Thomas Hardy novel Jude the...
No idea.
Obscure. John, what is the name for a tree that loses its leaves in winter?
Do not know.
Deciduous. Jackie, would a car with a BG sticker be from Belgium or Bulgaria?
Bulgaria.
Correct. George, in pop music, which member of Boyzone released a solo single entitled A New Beginning this year?
Ronnie Keating.
Stephen Gately. Helen, the Fire Mountains are an attraction on which of the Canary Islands?
Fuerteventura.
Lanzarote. Chris, In boxing, which country did Lennox Lewis represent when he won the super heavyweight gold medal at the Olympics in 1988?
Canada?
Correct. Patrick, London's Piccadilly Circus features a statue of which Greek god?
Eros.
Correct. Alan. What P are marine organisms which float in water and provide food for larger animals?
Plankton.
Correct. John.
Bank it.
Singer Lulu was married to a member of which pop band?
Bee Gees.
Correct. Jackie. On whose books was the TV series All Creatures Great and Small based?
James Herriot.
Correct. George. On which continent would you find the longest river in the world?
South America.
Africa. Helen. Which
Bank.
Shakespeare character is haunted by the ghost of his dead father?
Hamlet.
Correct. But you were out of time, and in that round you won a not very impressive £70. Who would you now be very, very delighted to be shot of? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
For the first time in the game, Patrick is statistically the strongest link. The weakest link is George with 3 wrong answers. He also cost the team the most money. But will the other players have noticed?
OK, pens down, voting over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
George.
John.
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 Patrick.
John.
John.
Right. Chris, why John?
He hesitated a lot on his first question and then didn't seem to get any particularly right after that, so...
Well, he got as many particularly right as you did.
I can't vote for myself, though.
George! Thought John was rotten, did you?
Well, he wasn't no worse than me in that round, but...
No, he certainly wasn't. He was better than you in that round, because actually, statistically, you were the weakest link. John! That cereal that was first made in Zurich. Cornflakes?
Wild stab in the dark, hen.
Well, George may have been the worst player, but John, with 5 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
The team have been pretty bad on banking the money on that round, and I thought we needed some money, any money, so I banked some, and it turned out to be the most. I think the next person to go should be Patrick, because I don't like his shirt or his haircut, but I suspect that it might be George because he got them all wrong on the last round.
Round 4, there's £360 in the bank so far out of potential prize money of £3,000. 6 of you left. We're taking another 10 seconds off the clock. You now have only 2.5 minutes. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Patrick. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Patrick, which playwright penned The Importance of Being Earnest?
Oscar Wilde.
Correct. Alan. Which British city will host the Commonwealth Games in 2002?
Manchester.
Correct. Jackie. In the human body, a goiter is the medical term for an abnormal enlargement of which gland?
Liver.
Thyroid. George. Which American actress used a British accent in the films Sliding Doors, Shakespeare in Love and Emma?
No idea.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Helen. Which former British heavyweight champion became the first boxer to be knighted?
Henry Cooper.
Correct. Chris. Lindisfarne off the coast of Northumberland is known by what other name?
No, sorry.
Holy Island. Patrick. In the Bible, which country suffered plagues including frogs, locusts and boils?
Egypt.
Correct. Alan. Which female pop star reached #1 with Baby One More Time in 1999?
Britney Spears.
Correct. Jackie. What type of animal is the golden lion tamarind?
Cat.
Monkey. George. Peter Parker is best known as which comic book superhero?
Superman.
Spider-Man. Helen. Who held the title of the Duke of York before becoming king in 1936?
Edward VIII.
George VI. Chris. Which British actor played John Merrick in the film The Elephant Man?
John Hurt.
Correct. Patrick.
Bank.
In geography, what is the highest point of the Peak District?
Scafell.
Kinder Scout. Alan. Which annual sporting event takes place in London between Putney and Mortlake over a distance of 4 miles and 374 yards?
University boat race?
Correct. Jackie. With which musical instrument is Larry Adler most commonly associated?
Piano.
Harmonica. George. In TV, name one of the not the 9 o'clock news team.
Pamela Anderson. Pamela...
No, sorry, no. Pamela Stevenson. Helen. With which kind of novel would you associate P.D. James?
Crime.
Correct. Chris. In maths, what is the square root of 225?
No, I don't know.
15. Patrick. In which country are the Blue Ridge Mountains?
United States.
Correct. Alan. What type of animal is a cardinal?
Butterfly.
The answer is bird, but your time was up. And in that round, you managed to bank a sad £20. You could have banked 1,000. Who can't you wait to get rid of? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
For the second time in the game, Alan is the strongest link. He answered all his questions correctly. For the first time, Jackie is the weakest link statistically. She got all her questions wrong and cost the team the most money. But how will the votes go?
Right, pens down, voting over. Please reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Jackie.
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 Chris.
Helen.
Chris! It's a shame you didn't bring whoever it is does your adding up for you at work.
Absolutely. I seem to keep getting picked on with the numbers questions.
No good on square roots?
No, absolutely terrible.
Why Jackie?
She got a couple of questions wrong that I knew the answers to, and they're both in succession, so...
Patrick, why Jackie?
A couple of times we had a chance to earn a bit of money and Jackie blew it.
Right, Jackie. 4 votes. You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
It was very painful. The worst part is actually having to nominate somebody, because if they don't get out, you think that they could nominate you next, just to kind of get you back and get you out. I think the next person off should be George, because like me, he didn't get very many questions right.
Round 5, and your total is £380 so far. If you'd hit your targets, it would be £4,000. 5 of you left, another 10 seconds coming off the time. We start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Alan. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Alan, in which year did India achieve independence from Britain?
1947.
Correct. George. Which actor connects Peak Practice, Our Vida Sane Pet and Inspector Morse?
Kenneth Whaley.
Sorry, Kevin
Whaley.
Helen. What nationality was the writer Maxim Gorky?
Russian.
Correct. Chris. Which English king was killed at the Battle of Bosworth?
No idea.
Richard III. Patrick. In acupuncture, what is the name of the channels which take vital energy around the body?
No idea.
Meridians. Alan. In the USA, Oakland, Richmond and Fremont are areas of which Pacific coast city?
San Francisco.
Correct. George. If a French wine is described as demi-sec, what does it mean?
Medium dry.
Medium sweet. Helen. Which Spanish tourist spot was featured in the Harry Enfield film Kevin and Perry Go Large?
Benidorm.
Ibiza. Chris, who was Britain's first £1 million footballer?
No. Sorry.
Trevor Francis. Patrick. In nature, which spotted insect is known to protect plants from aphids?
Ladybird.
Correct. Alan. Who was the first person to make a non-stop solo flight across the Atlantic?
Blériot.
Lindbergh. Charles Lindbergh. George. Which famous horse won the Grand National 3 times in the 1970s?
Red Rum.
Correct. Helen. What is the last number on a standard snakes and ladder board?
64.
100. Chris, who played George Smiley in the TV series Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy?
Sorry, don't know.
Alec Guinness. Patrick, in food, from which country does miso paste originate?
Italy.
Japan. Alan, what was the first name of War and Peace author Tolstoy?
Leonard.
Leo. George, in politics, MPs who are referred to as Right Honourable are members of which council?
Privy Council.
Correct. Helen?
Bank.
In sport, Brian Lara plays for which Test cricket team?
West Indies.
Correct. Chris, which English county is bordered by the River Waveney to the north and Stour to the south? Time up. The answer was Suffolk. And in that round, you banked only £20. Who is causing this dismal performance? Who's holding you back? One of you is about to leave with nothing. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
It was close in this round, but Helen is the strongest link. She got 2 correct answers, plus she was the only one to bank the team any money. Chris is the weakest link, with the most wrong answers. But will the voting reflect the facts?
Pens down, voting over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Chris.
George.
Chris.
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 Helen, why Chris?
He didn't bank when he should have done, and I don't think he got any questions right on that round.
Patrick, why Chris?
I think he had a bit of a shocker last round, and there was a bit of chance of banking some money, and I think he missed out on the chance there.
Okay. Not your finest round, either.
No, it wasn't. That was my worst round so far, Anne.
Right. Alan, why Chris?
His performance seems to have been tapering off, and I think that was his worst round.
Yours hasn't been getting better, has it, Alan?
The last one wasn't very good, no.
No, right. It's votes that count. Chris, with 4 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I think generally, as a group, we didn't play particularly well. I don't think that we banked figures when we should have done. Whoever the lucky person is that wins tonight isn't going to be going home with a fortune, I can tell you that much. If I had to pick the next person to go, I'd pick Helen. She seems to be getting progressively worse over the last few rounds. I've probably done the same, but I'm stood here and perhaps she'll be the next person here.
Round 6. £5,000 has been at your disposal. You've grabbed only 400 of it. There are 4 of you left. We are cutting another 10 seconds from your time. We start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Helen. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Helen, in which film did Tom Hanks play a boy who finds himself in a man's body?
Big.
Correct. Patrick, which cinematic master of suspense was the son of a Leytonstone greengrocer?
Hitchcock.
Correct. Alan, in which city in the northwest of England is there a branch of the Tate Gallery?
Northwest. Carlisle.
Liverpool. George, Park Life was a hit single and album for which British pop band?
Oasis.
Blur. Helen, what name is given to forms of medicine which look at the person as a whole rather than only treating the disease part?
Holistic.
Correct. Patrick.
Bank.
Which mountain range, also the term for a book of maps, can be found in Morocco?
Atlas.
Correct. Alan, in football, what is the colour of Holland's national shirt?
Orange.
Correct. George, which MP for the North London constituency of Tottenham died in March of this year?
Bernie Ashton.
Bernie Grant. Helen, in TV, which actor played the character of Darcy in the 1995 production of Pride and Prejudice?
Pass.
Colin Firth. Patrick, in which popular musical is the character Professor Higgins?
My Fair Lady.
Correct. Alan, with whose work is the D'Oyly Carte Opera Company associated?
Opera.
Gilbert and Sullivan. George, in history, which lord led the British to victory at the Battle of Trafalgar?
Nelson.
Correct. Helen, in the Roman Catholic Church, what is the rank below Pope?
Cardinal.
Correct. Patrick.
Bank.
In the human body, what name is given to the soft part of the palate which hangs in the back of the throat?
Esophagus.
Uvula. Alan, the Pont d'Avignon featured in the traditional song is on which river?
Rhone.
Correct. George, in literature, Molly and Leopold Bloom appear in which James Joyce novel?
Ulysses.
Correct. Helen.
Bank.
Which member of the royal family married Baroness Marie Christine von Reibnitz in 1978?
No idea.
The time is up. The answer is Prince Michael of Kent, and you banked in that round £120. Who is frankly out of their depth? One of you is about to leave with nothing. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
In this round, for the first time in the game, Alan is statistically the weakest link. He only answered half his questions correctly and was the only one to lose the team money. The strongest link is Patrick. He only got one question wrong and banked the team £70. But who will the team vote off?
Pens down, voting over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Patrick.
Helen.
George.
Helen.
Patrick, you had enough of Helen.
I had a feeling she was going to vote for me. She didn't have a great round. Chance to bank, we missed out on.
Do you think you had a great round?
No, I didn't, but I think I had a better round than her, didn't I?
No.
Oh, well.
That's another incorrect answer, Patrick. Alan, what did George do to upset you?
It was just a culmination over the rounds, and it was a toss-up between Helen and George, and I went for George.
Right, a toss-up. Who was the weakest link between Helen and George?
And me, and perhaps Patrick.
Yeah. Actually, none of them came up to you, Alan. You were statistically far worse.
Really?
But it's votes that count. Helen, with 2 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Naturally, I came here with the intention of winning some money, but frankly, the way the money's going, there's not an awful lot of money to win. And standing up there, it was getting really embarrassing. I was glad to get knocked out. I think Patrick should be the next person to be voted out. I voted for him in the last round, and I still think he is the weakest link. He is supremely confident, but his general knowledge is not actually bearing that out.
Round 7, and you've bothered to bank just £520 out of the 6,000 you could have won by now. 3 of you left, another 10 seconds coming off the clock. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Patrick. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Patrick, in the USA, what is the Federal Reserve?
It's the bank.
Correct. Alan, which Greek is credited for writing the epic poem The Iliad?
Homer.
Correct. George, according to Bram Stoker's novel, via which northern port does Dracula arrive in England?
Whitby.
Correct. Patrick.
Bank.
In sport, who managed the English soccer team in Italia 90?
Graham Taylor.
Bobby Robson. Alan, the Wild West town of Dodge City is a tourist attraction in which state?
Utah.
Kansas. George, Arthur Ransom wrote which classic series of children's novels?
Swallows and Amazons. Coup Club.
Correct. Patrick, if you were at Geneva Airport, in which country would you be?
Switzerland.
Correct. Alan, which model played the role of Mrs. Robinson after Catherine Turner in the West End production of The Graduate?
Jerry Hall.
Correct. George,
Bank.
what is the name of Frasier's brother in the TV sitcom of the same name?
No idea.
Niles. Patrick, in which US city would you find the Flatiron and Chrysler buildings?
Denver.
New York. Alan, with which subject is author Elizabeth David best associated?
Cookery.
Correct. George, who played the character of Jim Stark in the 1955 film Rebel Without a Cause?
James Dean.
Correct. Patrick,
Bank.
If you were putting dilute acetic acid on your food, what would you be using?
Vinegar.
Correct. Alan. Pontoon or 21 is best known by what name in American casinos?
Blackjack.
Correct. George.
Bank.
Which British king was nicknamed the Merry Monarch?
George III.
Charles II. Patrick. What is the name of Tony Curtis's actress daughter?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Correct. Alan. What country's Formula One motor racing circuit is at Kyalami?
Japan.
Time's up. The correct answer was South Africa. And in that round, you won £300. In round 8, however, you get the chance to treble what you bank, and that means in the next round there's £3,000 to be won. The question is, who isn't performing? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Statistically, for the third time in the game, Patrick is the strongest link. And for the second time, George is the weakest link with the least correct answers. Can he survive another vote at this crucial stage of the game?
Pens down, voting over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
George.
George.
Patrick.
Patrick. Why George?
Not Alan. I kind of bonded with Alan. We're very close. It had to be George, I'm afraid.
So you might hold hands.
Not quite, but...
You've bonded with Alan.
Yeah, I don't know what
Alan, have you bonded with Patrick?
No, but when the ship's going down, you throw someone else overboard.
Right. George, out of the two of them, why Patrick?
Well, because you seem to be answering a lot of questions, and when it comes down to the three, you want to get rid of the biggest rival.
OK. Well, I don't think they've got rid of you for that reason, because you were statistically the weakest link, and with 2 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I felt with me being stuck over there on the end, all on my own, I was isolated out on a limb, and, you know, they seemed to be chatting away like old buddies, so I thought, well, I know what name's going down on their cards.
Round 8, you have banked £820 so far, yet by now you could have won £7,000. So we are not fainting with admiration. Patrick and Alan, just the 2 of you left, and this time you have only 90 seconds, but whatever you win in this round will be trebled and added to your total to make up your final prize money. So, £3,000 is at stake in this round alone. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Patrick. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Patrick, which canal connects the west and east coasts of Scotland by linking lochs in the Great Glen?
Forth Canal.
Caledonian Canal. Alan, lady's slipper is a variety of which plant, a rose or an orchid?
Orchid.
Correct. Patrick, what is the largest island in the world?
Australia.
Greenland. Alan, who did Viv Richards play Test cricket for?
West Indies.
Correct. Patrick, what P is an umbrella-like sunshade?
Parasol.
Correct. Alan, which member of the royal family married Anthony Armstrong-Jones in 1960?
Princess Margaret.
Correct. Patrick.
Bank.
In religion, which of Jesus' apostles is known as doubting?
Thomas.
Correct. Alan, who played the title character in the film There's Something About Mary?
Don't know.
Cameron Diaz. Patrick, what is the popular name for the medical complaint ringworm of the foot?
Athlete's foot.
Correct. Alan, in which county are the ruins of Glastonbury Abbey?
Wiltshire.
Somerset. Patrick, which part of the British Empire was called the Jewel in the Crown?
India.
Correct. Alan, George Bernard Shaw wrote a play about which saint?
Thomas.
St Joan of Arc. Patrick, who fathered Queen Elizabeth I?
Albert.
Henry VIII. Alan, Milhouse was the middle name of which 20th century American president? Time's up. The correct answer was Richard Nixon. Between you in that round, you won £100. We'll treble that and add it to the winnings from the previous rounds. That means prize money today of £1,120. But only one of you can take that money away. You will now play against each other, head to head. I'll ask alternate questions, best of 5. Whoever answers the most correctly wins. It's as simple as that. If there's a tie after 5, we'll go for sudden death until we have a winner. So, Patrick and Alan, for £1,120, let's play the weakest link. Patrick, as the strongest link in the last round, you have the choice of who goes first.
I'll go first, Dan.
Patrick, what is the name of the dog in J.M. Barrie's Peter Pan?
Wendy?
Nana. Alan, which Japanese therapy has a name which literally means finger pressure?
Acupuncture.
Shiatsu. Patrick, the Hofburg is the imperial palace of which city?
Vienna?
That is the correct answer. Alan, who was the first British king of the House of Hanover?
Edward I.
George I. Patrick, in literature, Smike is a character in which Dickens novel?
Nicholas Nickleby?
Correct. Alan, who was Prime Minister when England last won the World Cup?
Harold Wilson.
Correct. Let me remind you that you are playing for £1,120, but only one of you can take that money away. Patrick, which country rose in revolt against Soviet domination in October 1956?
Hungary.
That is the correct answer. Alan, you need to answer this question correctly, or Patrick takes the prize money of £1,120 and you are left with nothing. So, Alan, to stay in the game, Puccini's opera Turandot is set in which Far East country?
Japan.
The answer is China. That means, Patrick, you are today's strongest link and you go away with £1,120. Alan, you leave with nothing. Join us next time for the weakest link. Goodbye.
Patrick said that he and I had formed some sort of bond. Well, there isn't a bond that I'm aware of.
I voted only against those people who voted against me. Didn't alienate anybody else. Build up my money, kept my head down, did all right.
If you'd like to play The Weakest Link, write to Freepost The Weakest Link or email theweakestlink@bbc.co.uk or phone 09001 020 022.